So this week we've been trying to instill into the Podomoro faculty what we do at Babson, and the underlying paradigm is entrepreneurial thought and action. It's a mentality, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of approaching not only your classes, but for entrepreneurs to approach new businesses. And so the week started with a description of ETA, which stands for Entrepreneurial Thought and Action, and how it's different than the way we've been teaching students throughout their education, which is more of a prediction mentality. Entrepreneurial Thought and Action says, what are the resources you possess? Who can you bring along to help you along with your journey? And what are you willing to do as far as a low-cost experiment? We illustrate this technique with several fun games, including the chocolate game and also some games around the quilts and puzzles. Then we step the faculty through how to generate strong, powerful ideas, and this was a design thinking approach. They were given some stimuli, which are a bunch of photos of entrepreneurs and students in action, and then they were supposed to observe and interpret what that meant as far as a customer. And they came up with some solutions to what appeared to be some of the customer problems. From the design thinking, we moved on to evaluating whether those ideas were indeed strong opportunities. And we used a checklist that has been developed by myself as a former venture capitalist and from other criteria that I captured from my venture capitalist friends. With that, we then went through a market testing mentality where the students, or the faculty in this case, evaluate the idea and then try to experiment and test elements of the idea to make sure that it is indeed the opportunity they believe it is. From that, we went into how to build a strong and powerful business model. A business model allows you to execute on those opportunities and realize both social and economic value. That pretty much concluded the ETA methodology, other than that we spent some time talking about how to develop powerful pitches. Entrepreneurs, faculty, and students need to be able to communicate their ideas in effective, powerful ways, starting with a compelling hook that captures the attention of the audience.
So I thought the response from the participants this week has been fantastic. Just a few observations. The faculty are very excited about the work that they're doing. You can see that they care about their students, and they're very interested in learning new methodologies and new ways that they can improve the learning of their students. A couple of things that I thought were really interesting. Here at Podomoro University, at least among the faculty, there are a lot of different disciplines that were mixed into the program, which made for a very interesting program, and they worked well together. I saw a lot of teamwork among the different faculty participants, and a lot of curiosity and desire to be able to apply what it is that they're learning. As far as our expectations for what happens after this program, I think the biggest expectation is that at least some of what we're teaching gets applied in the programs and in the teaching in the classes here at Podomoro University. So we provided some examples of how things can be taught, as well as some materials that can be used in the classroom. We hope those materials will be used. In addition, and maybe even more important, because we're talking about entrepreneurial thinking and using the entrepreneurial methodology in teaching, we hope that faculty will become a little more entrepreneurial in how they deliver the classes and come up with their own ideas of how they can improve their own teaching, and maybe some new ideas of teaching entrepreneurship here in Indonesia, and maybe even ideas that we at Babson could implement for ourselves. So the real expectation is that the participants become more entrepreneurial in the way that they teach. And through that entrepreneurial mindset towards teaching, the students here at Podomoro University are able to learn more effectively and become more successful entrepreneurs.
As for our expectation about this relationship in the future, and in particular for Podomoro, as Babson Global's executive officer, I see Podomoro playing a much more profound role in creating the entrepreneurial leaders of Indonesia and leaders that will have a profound impact upon the economic and social development of the region. And I think that based upon our entrepreneurial thought and action, which is unique to Babson, I think that Podomoro can convey these principles and can play a much more profound role in transforming the business, the economic, and the social life of Indonesia.